A JPEG file is a widely used format for saving images from digital cameras. You have a setting in your camera where you can set the file format as well as saving the size and the resolution of that file. It's an acronym for the Joint Photographic Experts Group, which was formed in 1986, but the JPEG file format was not submitted and approved until 1992. So JPEGs have been around for pretty much the life of the internet, or well, what we know as the internet today anyway. Now this is a very simplified explanation, but the JPEG algorithm will look at the image, and if any parts are the same, it will save a given pattern of pixels and then it will replicate it in data. And this vastly reduces the file size of that JPEG. It is a method of lossy compression for digital photos, and this means that a little bit of data is lost every time you change and save that original file. And by this I mean if you were to open it in Photoshop, save a new version, open the new saved version and then save it again, it goes from this to this. And this is with no edits, just opening and saving and closing it and then repeating that. Luckily nowadays we have non-destructive editing programs that never save the images when we're just editing them, only when we export those images with those changes that we've made. And Lightroom is an example of this. What these non-destructive editors do are save a data file right next to the image file with all of the changes in that data file. In this way, whenever you open your editing software program, the original JPEG image will never be touched, just read by the editing program. The only time it will produce a second image is when you export one with all of those changes that you've made. But that initial file your camera created will stay exactly the same. The great thing with JPEG images is that they can be very small without much loss in image quality. So this is perfect for viewing on a website, especially if you have low bandwidth. The smaller the image, the faster that website will load. However, with this compression, data will be lost. So if you want to get the most out of your camera, saving your photos as RAW files are a much better way of doing it, as it gives you more data to start off with. And the more data you have, the easier it is for your computer to make the changes that you want and to make the image look better without it starting to look bad and without that image starting to kind of fall apart digitally. Now, do you shoot JPEGs or are you a RAW shooter? Either way, let me know in the comments below. It'll be great to hear your thoughts. And if you want to learn more about photography, click on this video next, or to binge watch a load of photography tutorials, click down here. And if you haven't already, be sure to subscribe for weekly tutorials in photography and videography. I'll see you next time.